Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Indy, and if you're new here, I make racing and sim racing videos on pretty much anything in the real world of motorsport. And as you can see here today, we do have another karting video, and this is the final from the, this is the A final from the Maryland Sprint Series race at Sandy Hook, Maryland last weekend. And we actually got zero practice in and still qualified in the top 5 actually, but did get involved in a crash in the heat race. And that is why we are a little further back towards the field here. And we are driving right now with a bent steering shaft, as we could not get that fixed. We did put a somewhat straighter tie rod in, but we are coming to the green here. And we are going to get the green flag, and we are going to go into turn 1, and a kart doesn't launch great off the line. Get a bit of a tap from behind, but we do keep it pretty much in this position. I think we're in either 8th or 9th at this point, but they do get some shuffled out at the front, and we definitely were faster than these two karts in front of us in this point in the race. And we are coming now around the final corner, complete lap 1, and at this point I knew we were in a bit of trouble, as the kart was not pulling as well as I would have liked it down the front straight. So I knew we weren't really in a position to challenge for some positions up front, but hopefully we can get by at least a couple of these karts right here. As you can see, the leaders are already starting to check out, and we are going to close up just a bit as the 358 kart is holding up the 77 kart just a tiny bit, and he's going to maybe look for a move to the inside there. It's not going to happen through the right-hander. This is a real short and bumpy track, and we're actually going to get in the back of him there. So we're all over this 77 kart, as this 358 kart is definitely holding him up. But as you can see, we don't really have the top to make the move on the front coming down into turn 1, and the 77 kart is going to look to the inside, and he's going to lock up the brakes and going to go around, and we're actually going to miss him. So that's going to be one spot. So we're up in his 7th now, and we're going to look and see if we can maybe get up into 6th here, as this 358, we were stuck behind him in the heat race as he jumped us on the start last time, but we are going to see if we can actually close up this gap. And now going into turn 1, he's going to go a bit deep. We're going to get a bit of a better run, and now we are pretty much closing in on him. This is a 20 lap race, so we do have some time to make this move, but pretty much the guys in front of us have already checked out, as we were not able to get past this guy quite as quickly as we would have liked to, and we don't really have the speed. But we are going to actually, the 97 is going to go to our inside there, and we're actually going to lose a spot, which is fine, as we're going to see if he can maybe open up an opportunity for us to get through, as he was involved in that crash in the heat race as well, and he was back there with us, and he's running around the same speed we were. We were running slightly slower in this race than we were in qualifying in the heat race. But now going into turn 1, the 97 is all over the 358, and we're going to see if we can maybe make a move down here. As you can see, this is just a real tight track. It's very hard to pass here, even if you are significantly quicker. And 358 is going to go a bit deep into the corner, which is going to allow 97 to maybe get a run. He's going to look to the outside. 358 is going to defend the inside, and he's not going to be able to make the move, as now coming down into turn 2, the right-hander. We're back in 7th place now, and we are going to see what we can actually get done. As we get bogged down massively there, as we ended up in the back of the 97, and there's going to open up a huge gap in front. But now we are going to see if we can set some of our quicker laps and close that gap right down up, as we have some work to do to close that gap back. But the 97's definitely getting held up behind this Tony kart, as he's all over him through here, and we are going to see if we can close that gap down a bit. We did close it down a bit, but as you can see, we can't really close it on the straight. It's not really where it's going to close it. It's going to have to close on the inside, but they go side by side. They make a bit of a mistake. 97 goes wide, and once again, we are right there on the back of him, as they almost made a bit of contact there. And we're going to see the 97 makes another bit of contact there. We go cut across the grass, as that was going to bog us down again, and once again we've lost all this time. But the 97's still all over the back of him, and we're going to see if something can actually get done here. Now going down into turn 1, he's going to maybe look for the switchback here, but he's still all over him, and it's going to allow us to close right back up again. So we're all over the back of him here, trying to give him a bit of a run now through this little chicane thing, and all the way on the power. He's going to swing up high, maybe look for the inside on the oval. It's going to open up, and the 358 is going to secede the position there. And now we're going to see if we can actually get around him here. as still back in, I believe, 7th place. So we are all over the background. 358 is definitely looking a bit tired here. As you can see, I'm on the oval making a mistake there. That's going to allow us to get a bit of a run coming down the front straight, but he is going to pull away as we didn't have much top-end speed. But he's going to get a bit loose there. We're going to swing to the inside, go to the inside, and as you can see, there's a kart actually off into the hay bales there, so that's actually going to put us up into 5th position here, just over halfway through the race. And we are going to see if we can maybe run down the 97. It's looking unlikely at this point, as us making that move did open up a bit of a gap, but the yellow flag is still out. As you can see, the driver is okay. That was forced off in the hay bales. Not exactly sure what happened there, but that is going to put us up into 5th place, and 5th place in a pretty competitive field with no practice beforehand. It's not bad, as we were struggling with some motor mount and kart issues in practice, and the motor definitely not, in the gearing definitely not perfect, but we were working with what we had to, as we didn't really have some stuff to change it after that crash. So the steering shaft definitely is affecting performance as well, as it was getting very heavy to steer at this point, as I was getting very fatigued into the race. And we're pretty much, these were actually some of our fast laps in the race. We were about 3/10 slower than we were in qualifying. So the tires were worn out and just a bit of a steering shaft. So we're going to skip ahead here. The white flag is out, and at this point I was very tired, and my arms were getting a little, and I'd realized we weren't going to catch that. As you can see there, I'm actually moving my hands around on the steering wheel, just trying to get a better grip of it. Is with the bent steering shaft, it really made it very hard to actually get around the corner. But we are going to come around and take the checkered flag here. So we are going to end up finishing in 5th place, which is not a bad run for where we started and bearing ourselves down in that pack after a crash in the heat race. And we did not necessarily have the speed of the top drivers, but a 5th place finish it's not bad, as we're going to come across here. So thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and I will be sure to put out more videos. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.